This is episode number 4 in our video series called How to Collect Wine Without Going Crazy. In the series, we're going to look at which wines you should be buying, the costs related to buying those wines, how many wines you should be buying, how to organize your wines, and so much more. In this episode, we're going to look at the 2 key things you need to know if you want to try layering your wine. Plus, there'll be an important bonus at the end about the financial benefits of layering. By the way, at any time, if you like what you hear, click like and consider subscribing. The subscription is free. Also, hit the little bell so you'll be notified when there's a new post. And consider sharing this with your friends. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. The first thing we're going to look at is the purpose of layering. It's actually pretty simple and straightforward. All layering your wine means is that you have different ways or places to store your wine based on their cost or quality. Actually, most of you may already be doing this, and you're coming by it naturally. Actually, let me back up a second. In several of my other videos, I've talked about how most wine is really ready to drink the day you buy it. And it'll be good up to 3 or 4 years for white wines and 5 or 6 years for red wines. Some of the better wines you collect, of course, will last much longer than that. We recognize for most of us, our wine is for personal consumption, and for some of it's for investment. No matter whether it's for personal consumption or investment reasons, the better wine needs to be handled a little bit differently. Layering keeps your wines organized, allows you to have an adequate supply around, and helps you manage your costs. It makes it easy to see what you need so that when you're ready to buy more wine, you can buy the right quantities that will maximize your discounts. Actually, I'll show you how this works in the bonus at the end of the video. Now that you get the purpose of layering, let's walk through the details of layering. In other words, what are the actual layers you need to have? A lot of this is based on the configuration of your home. As I've said before, and I'll continue to say, one size does not fit all. So you may need to make some minor adaptations to my suggestions, depending on the particular setup you have. Okay, so the first layer is made up of convenient reds and whites. You want to keep about a half dozen to a dozen bottles of wine in your kitchen for everyday drinking. The reds will go in the kitchen or a convenient wine rack, and several whites will go in the fridge. You'll restock these regularly from the basement or from your other storage options. Most of these wines will be in your financial sweet spot. If you don't know what I mean by that, be sure to check out my episode 1 of this series. Layer 2 is made up of white wines. Here you can use a small wine refrigerator or a small or medium-sized regular refrigerator to hold your whites and your sparkling wines. It's always a good idea to have 2 to 3 cases chilled, especially in the long dog days of summer. If you're using a refrigerator, you might want to include a couple of cases of traditional or craft beer. Can you believe I said that? Beer. Geez, what's this world coming to? Well, hey, so far, has this information been helpful? If it has, please tell me. Or just write Asti in the comments below. Layer 3 is made up of both reds and whites in and below your sweet spot. Layer 4 is made up of wines above your sweet spot. These are wines that you handle with a little extra TLC. Layer 3 and 4 make up the lion's share of your wine collection. Here you'll have some wooden or wire racks or have a full-blown wine cellar. While these wines are in the same space, you want to differentiate the 2 layers. That way it makes it easier for you or someone else who's unfamiliar with what you have to grab something without having to check your inventory logs, whether they're on the computer or a hard copy someplace in your wine space. You want to keep the temperature at a constant 54 to 58 degrees. You'll rarely fill the space to capacity, and most of the wines will be consumed within 1 to 3 years. It also acts as a holding area for new purchases of all categories of wine. Due to the space constraints, some of you may have to put layers 2 in the same space as 3 and 4. Again, make sure you have a clear organization that indicates the 3 different layers. Well, there you have it. Everything you need to know about layering your wine collection. Well, almost. Hang in there for the bonus at the end, where we'll take a quick look at one of the key financial benefits of layering. But first, thank you so much for investing the time to watch this video. If you got something out of it, let me know in the comments below, and also consider subscribing and hit the little bell to be notified when I post new videos. And share this video if it was helpful to you. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, are you ready to take a quick look at those financial benefits? Let me show you how this works. Last year at the end of the year, actually from Thanksgiving to Christmas and then New Year's, we enjoyed a lot of wine. In February, I went to my affiliated website, which you can always get to via the link in the description below of all my videos, and I purchased 4 cases of wine. When I see a good deal, I buy. In addition to the year-end closing price on many wines with discounts ranging from 20 to 45%, I was also able to get a 10% discount because of my quantity purchase. You know, world-class wines in a variety of price categories with a net discount of around 40%, and there was no shipping charge. As I've mentioned in previous videos, my sweet spot is the premium wine category, which are wines between $12 and $15. But thanks to my well-organized layering system and the heavy dose of patience that I had, I was able to buy super premium, ultra premium, and luxury wines at the premium price. The number of cases I purchased will change from season to season, as they will with you. Layering is key to knowing exactly what you need and when. You'll always have what you need on hand, and you'll get the best prices in the market. Well, there you have it. Again, thanks for joining me. Make sure you watch my other videos that I've talked about. Oh yeah, and remember, hit the like and consider subscribing if you got something out of this video. Until next time, cheers.